Senator Boni.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to draw the attention of the CS to the figure 5%. Going by the example in this House, the House is expected to be properly constituted when we have at least two senators who live with disability. The Speaker would never start the House unless that provision was made. In your case, it is 5%. Listening to you, you are giving the country the go-around, whiling and talking about circulars and all manner of things that you have said. This failure by yourself and your ministry in this issue of 5% is a reflection of your failure in the employment of our youth outside the country. Those youths have asked me this morning, because they knew you were coming, that I demand of you, which I now do, that you resign as the cabinet secretary in the ministry. Boni. Are you willing to do so that you can be properly investigated?
Senator Boni, Honorable CS, you can disregard totally that statement by Senator Boni. Just disregarded that statement. It's got nothing to do with what has brought you before this House. Senator Enoch. And honorable senators, let us stick to our standing orders. Let us stick to our standing orders. Let us ask supplementary questions. Supplementary questions must flow from the primary questions. And Senator Boni, you're lucky I did not rule you out of order. So please, don't push the chair to those limits. Senator Enoch, proceed.
I'm wondering who is out of order
Senator
now.
Enoch has not even uttered a word. What is out of order about that? Proceed, Senator Enoch. Senator Boni, just take your seat.
We've relaxed. It's my time. I think it's Speaker. The Speaker, my question flows from the response of the CS on part C of the question asked by Senator Mbugua on the issue of the ongoing work to integrate disability employment data within the Unified Human Resource Information System. So, Speaker, the question that I am grappling with is the CS indicates that as things stand now, treatment of issues to do with persons with disability is based on goodwill. And you say that there is a transition now towards rights-based structure and forcible obligation to persons with disabilities. As Speaker, I want to find out from the CS whether it is the position of the government that, in fact, the inclusion of persons with disabilities, so far, because what he talks about is a transition, so far, it's a goodwill issue and not a matter anchored on the Bill of Rights in Chapter 4 and Articles 41 and 54 of the Constitution. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, you may proceed to respond.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Senator Muma, thank you for your question. And I'm aware, I think we've had this conversation about you have more experience than most of us. Mr. Speaker, sir, what we've been doing and what I found the ministry has been doing is that we have been trying as much as possible to use the tools that are given to human resource agencies when they're employing. And that is in terms of we look at what is the percentage of people with disability in their companies or in the institutions based on the employment data that they provide. And so it's about accountability and access of that information. Number two is also looking at procurement, because, for example, the law is very clear that a certain percentage needs to be given, or government procurement needs to be given to people living with disabilities. So we've been also tracking to find out whether that is accurate and how it is being done. As I said earlier on, Mr. Speaker, the act that we had was weak, but the new act gives us more tools and an ability to do even better. And I want to thank Senator Keogh for pointing out, because this is where the dichotomy has been. It's like we've been put in a place whereby we are asking people to do things, but there is no enforcement mechanism. There is nothing that can be done to somebody when they don't do it. You know, there is no law, but now we have a law now, and you know, this Article 54 of the Constitution is very clear about some of these things. Mr. Speaker, I'd like to also point out that we have to be innovative, and I'll be issuing directives very soon as the guidelines, and also bringing some, some ideas here to this House to be able to help us. For example, when I served as the governor of Machakos, we issued a notice and had all supermarkets and buildings compliant with the law. And woke up one day and we shut down a lot of buildings. And we closed, shops, supermarkets, and people complied very well. But you see, that was just because it was something that was very important to me and my government at the time in Machakos. But we want to make this a national issue. For example, if you are hard of seeing, for example, like visually impaired, like Crystal, Senator Crystal, and you go into a building, other people will find out where you are going because you have to ask somebody to push the button of the third or the fifth floor for you. Whereas, like when you go to other countries that have been, when on my government trips, you find that all the lifts have braille. So you can just touch and know where you're pushing. And when you're inside the lift reads out the floors so that you know the next floor is yours, and the lifts have opened. So we're getting there, but these are things that we can't just let the private sector and the public sector do it under goodwill. So we'll be giving directives as government and saying these are things that are expected. Ramps have been well enforced all over, but there's a simple thing, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I like the point that Dr. Senator Khwalwale talked about how this House has ensured that people living with disability are included and part of this House. If you're in a wheelchair, members of this House, if you're in a wheelchair and you want to do a banking transaction and you want to go to an ATM here in Nairobi, in a wheelchair, you'll not be able to transact. You'll have to ask somebody to help you, because the ATMs are made for people who are standing, able-bodied people. Majority of people on wheelchairs cannot reach that ATM. So we need to do like what they have done in Australia, they have done in England, they have done in many countries, also have ATMs that also consider the lives of people who are living with disabilities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, we need to conclude it at that. It is now 10:12. We will move to the next question. Now, honorable senators, we have, for lack of a better word, wasted 15 minutes of this question because we did not raise quorum at 9:30. We started at 9:45. So please, honorable senators, question time, let us be in the House by 9:30 so that we can take full advantage of time and interact with the CSS longer. Having lost 15 minutes,